Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining underwater cities. If you have watched my Gamesplanation, you'll have an idea of how underwater cities rolls. I have set up the game as a two-player game, orange and blue. Orange is over here, blue is over there. Orange will be going first, blue going second. In the next round, blue will go first, then not followed by orange, unless that chart changes. The very first thing that needs to happen before the game can start is everyone has been dealt 6 cards. That needs to be reduced to 3. It's a really good idea to hang on to cards of different color. So there's one red. Let's have a look at the orange. It's probably worthwhile hang on to that orange for the moment. And let's say that green. It doesn't matter too much which ones you choose to hang on to start with. You'll get a feel for what's good and what's useful. Pretty much every card is useful, and every card kind of pushes you in a direction of what you can and can't do. So the other player, he's going to hang on to that one, he might hang on to that one, and I think he'll hang on to that one, so these 3 can go. The cards that are not selected go into the discard pile. So it's Orange's first turn. These are the 3 cards he has to choose from, so he could do any of the 3 coloured actions. The first thing I think that he will want to do is get some resource, and he will go just there, spending a red card to get that. That's an infinity card, so that doesn't happen straight away. It may happen in a future round, and he gains 2 of the Steel Plast and 1 of the Kelp tokens. He then will take a new card, so he's always got 3 in his hand, and then it is the other player's go. Blue's turn. Blue likes the idea of getting some goods straight away, so he's also going to do the same, and he'll do that on the orange one. So that's the card that will get played down. That has a cog token, which means it scores only at the end of the round when we get up to the cog. That goes in there, allowing him to take 1 of each type, or at least 2 of the 3 different types of good, and he thinks for the moment that he'll take those 2. Then the card also gives him 1 of these cards, so he'll use that one straight away and take an extra money, and he takes 1 more card. Back to Orange's turn. Orange is going to use this card to use an orange area again, so he'll put that there, and he will go to that, which will allow him to build 2 tunnels. 1 of these and a money each time, so he's going to do 2 of them. So 2 grow 2 money, and he'll build them here and here. That gets him 1 of those back in, and that one doesn't have anything on it. He then takes another replacement card, and it's back over to Blue's turn. It's probably worth his while to get this. So what he might do is go for this spot with that card. Now, I didn't say this in the Gamesplanation, but you can play these in whichever order you like. So he's going to do this one first. So it's a lightning one, which happened once. It costs him 1 money to take 1 of those biomatter tokens. Where he's standing now allows him to build. He'll build either here or here. It's probably worth his while at the moment to go to that one. So he's going to spend 1 biomatter, 2 money, 1 kelp, and 1 steel plast to let him build 1 of those buildings at that point. And once again, he takes in a fresh card. Back over to Orange. Orange only has green and red cards in his hand. Okay, he thinks he's going to actually play a green card to take that spot. So that pushed him 1, 2, so he'll get 1 more money, and he plays that green card, so that's another infinity card. And he takes a new card to sit on for next time. And back over to Orange. Orange really wants to get this one down because it means he'll be able to play these cards without having to pay the full money resource. It'd also be worth getting this down because that will be able to turn that into that. And it's also worth, look, all 3 of the cards that he's got are worthwhile cards to get into play. He can only produce 1 of those 2 types, but only 1 of each, of whichever one. He can't do the pipe. He could take a card from the center. He doesn't have any buildings to be able to upgrade, and he doesn't have the money to be able to do this action. What he might do is take the special card action and he'll play this one to do it. So it just goes at the top there. And that now enables him to make a choice of taking one of these cards, which is probably a bit early in the game to grab one of them yet. So he go over to here, and you get a bonus of 3 points for taking that, as well as the 2 goods every time it gets to that. It's probably a worthwhile one to have early on, or he can go for a blind choice. He thinks he might actually grab that one to start with. So that one comes into his hand. That goes over. He then gets a new card from the deck. He now needs to make a choice as to which ones he's going to hang on to. Now, what I didn't say in the Gamesplanation is you can only have 4 of these on your board at the time. So if you want to have more than that, you need to get rid of one to get that one back in. And it's probably worthwhile getting rid of that one. So he's back to 3 cards. Now, we've got to the end of that round, so everyone collects their markers back in. Orange is at the top, so he will stay as the first player. And these go back down to the bottom to work on again. And that token now moves up to level 2. I think that I will jump forward a little bit to the cogs. So bear with me, I'll jump over a whole bunch of stuff right now. Okay, so I've just got to the end of the 4th round. Everyone takes back their things as usual. We reset this board. That's fine. Now, what's going to happen is one of the cog spots. So we flick and the A cards have been turned back to their side so they can be used again for the next round. Now we score. Well, kind of score. We get any green buildings that we have are worth 1 more kelp. But if they're double height, so they've been upgraded, which is those 2, they also get points. So orange gets 2 points, plus 2 kelp, as does blue. Any yellow buildings will get 1 money, so this one gets 1 money. Any white buildings will get 1 sign, so this doesn't have any. This one has 1 white building. Any upgraded corridors will gain 1 money and 1 point. Any regular corridors just get 1 money, so there's no upgraded, so this guy gets 1 money. 1, 2, 3 money. And these buildings are worth nothing. These buildings, however, the coloured ones, are worth 2 points. But they need to be connected to the initial starting spot. So this one is worth 2 points, but the other one is worth nothing at the moment. Then we go into the cogs stuff. So, we're looking for any cogs within the cards. This one has 1, which is worth 1 money to him. And this one has, for any upgraded tunnels, which he doesn't have any, so we won't worry about that one. This one's for any of the white buildings. He doesn't have any white buildings, so that one doesn't matter either yet. This one, he just gains 2 points, plus a coin, or 1 money, plus 1 biomatter token. And this one is another 3 points. 1, 2, 3... plus 1 money, and 1 more steel plast. We've already turned the A things around. That should happen now. I did earlier, it doesn't really matter too much. Now you need to feed what you have. So for every dome that is attached to your network, it's going to cost you 1 of the kelp. So this one has 3, which means it costs him 3 kelp, which he has. So he spends that to feed his guys. This one has 2 connected. That one's not connected yet, so there's no one living there. Unfortunately, he's got 2 kelp to pay for it. Next thing that happens is that shifts up. We pull in all of the Era 1 cards that are sitting out there and discard them from the game. We replace them with the Era 2 cards, and each player gets 3 of these Era 2 cards. And it's each player's job now to decide which of the 6 cards they wish to keep and which ones they get rid of, going down to just 3 cards again. So, I don't know, he might hang on to those ones. Those ones now get discarded. That's his 3 cards to start with. He can hang on to as many Era 1 cards as he likes within that pile, but he needs to come down to 3. And then we continue the game on until we get to the end. And at the end of the game, we do a final scoring, which is after the round we just did, the cogs round. We go to regular scoring, which is if you're connected to these cards, if you have any of that symbol cards, and then 2 points for any connected city, 3 points if it has one type of factory on it, 4 points if it has 2, or 6 points if it has 3. Then trade all this stuff in for money. These guys trade in for 2 money. These guys trade in for 1 money each. So that'd be 2, 4, that'd be worth 5 money. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 divided by 4 is 2, so that's worth 2 points in amongst itself. Look, I'll leave it there. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would wish to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.